Hey guys, RIOT Podcast, Fall Fundraiser.
Yeah, this is our first day of our Fall Fundraiser, which means the start of a special week for you for the podcast.
So here's the kind of stuff you can look forward to. Over the next few days, we're going to be doing our podcasts, but doing them like based on a year.
Yeah,
and
a
so
look back.
I've just gone back and grabbed stuff from, in this case, 2009.
Ta-da!
Hey, Chris, you're on the podcast this time.
Oh, yay, from 2009.
Chris comes in and talks about the deer meat from the deer he killed.
Oh.
Nikki, you get really excited.
I bet I do.
Also on the podcast, the gift of, wow, there's a lot of gifts here. The gift of Diet Coke.
That was a gifting year.
The gift of gaining weight. And looking for home cold remedies.
Really?
Yeah. And everybody calls in and tells us what we need to do to stop the colds.
Well, that's like when, you look on Facebook or Instagram and it's like, here, it gives you the 5-minute hacks and stuff.
Right.
And it's like, here, take a banana,
Jam
mush
it up your nose.
do this and do that. And you're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to, but some people swear by the stuff. So.
Yeah. So you guys enjoy 2009. And remember, support RadioU today. Go to RadioU.com, click on donate, and say you listen to the podcast.
I know you're probably thinking this must be free, but it's not. There actually is a cost to making sure the Worst of Riot gets out there for our podcast. So if you listen a lot and you wouldn't mind helping with $5 or $10, or if you want to give a little bit more to find out about maybe getting one of our Fall Fundraiser shirts as a thank you gift, please definitely check out RadioU.com the second this podcast is over.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
If you don't support during the Fall Fundraiser, the riot will disappear.
You wouldn't want that to happen, would you? Would you?
On second thought, don't answer that. RadioU Fall Fundraiser. 877-2-RADIO-U. RadioU.com.
I hope, well, it's not like Chris to forget. I hope he remembers that we're supposed to be looking at some meat here in a little bit. What?
Are you eating some, or is it not? He's not cooking it, is he?
Well, that's a good question. Is it cooked? Because, if he thinks I'm just going to load up on some raw meat,
There's something wrong with that one.
Maybe they do that out in the field, but I got to tell you, here in the studio where it's nice and warm, I don't just pull a big hunk of raw venison off some carcass and start chewing on it. Things haven't quite gotten that bad, even with the economy and all. I'm kind of hoping he's got some jerky.
Oh, is that what you want?
He's got jerky.
So,
Chris, if you have jerky, turn around. Get it.
It's venison, right?
Yeah, it's deer. And that's great. Chris has these pictures he's so proud of him holding this dead deer and its tongue hanging out.
No, you don't understand. I told him he had to put a warning label on his Facebook photo album for that.
Yeah.
Because there's worse. Like, it's all the blood and guts from killing a deer and gutting it, and it's just terrible. It's gross.
What's wrong with you, Nikki?
It's a poor deer.
Oh, it's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. It was so terrible.
It's just a little deer.
No, it reminded me of when, because whenever there's deer season, if you live in an area, you just see dead deer constantly. They're everywhere.
I love when you're driving around, they're hanging from the trees.
No, not from the tree, but when I was driving once from Pittsburgh home, I saw, like if you see a pickup truck and they have one of those lawn care carts behind them.
Uh-huh.
So it's like a trailer, but people put usually lawnmowers and stuff. And they had a longer one of it, and they had dead deer stringed up, tied to the sides all around the trailer, and they were driving that way, and it was just dead deer hanging everywhere. It's like murder on this trailer.
Dude, Nikki, you got to understand something. To certain genres, certain segments of the population, that's kind of like a fighter pilot. When they shoot something down, they get a little etching of it on the side of their plane.
This was them showing off what they caught, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was terrible.
I don't understand why you're making such a big deal out of it.
I know, I can't handle it.
Seriously, Nikki, we're just talking about I will say this much. At least this animal that Chris is bringing in, this is cage-free, farm-fresh animal, all right? You and I, when we were out yesterday and we ate, what did you get while we were out yesterday?
Where were we at?
We were at Purple Cardinal.
Yeah, I had a hamburger.
Okay, all right. Well, as you are no doubt aware, that was a bull that had been raised on the plains, and then a brave man stared it down, killed it, and then you were able to eat the meat of this young, wild animal that was so powerful.
Very grain-fed, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't put him on the forklift because he couldn't walk, because he's been inbred to the point to where you wouldn't want to do anything. Oh, I'm sure. But he was so
well,
good.
Moving on.
Yeah, but I mean, this is something that was, I'm sure this is fine.
I know, it's just because it's deer. I can't do it.
Whatever. Like, you need some disconnect. What if we showed you pictures of a cow while you ate it?
I wouldn't eat meat if I didn't love it so much. I wouldn't. Yeah. I really wish I could stop.
Ask Nikki about her vegetarian life for a while and what it took to bring her back.
It wasn't a whole lot.
If you keep supporting Radio U, the Riot will keep coming in here every morning and saying stuff. If that's not incentive, I don't know what is. The Fall Fundraiser on Radio U, 877-2-RADIO-U, RadioU.com.
Dude, what is the deal with us constantly hearing the wedding?
They're just everywhere. It is fitting.
I'm telling you that the wedding comes out because they know that there is dead deer meat to be had. So Chris from TVU is joining us in the studio. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So tell us, if we got this right, you killed Bambi's mom.
Yes.
You shot a girl.
Yep.
Aren't you embarrassed about that?
You tell me that the next time you miss the deer on the road.
Did what? Okay.
Well, yeah,
all right.
Okay, thank
we
you.
were saying
Thank you.
originally Obi has killed far more deer than Chris has ever had.
I have.
Because of how many run into his car every year.
Yeah,
It's
well,
one less.
I'm telling you, Chris and I had a theory going there for a while. We were actually going to have Chris follow me in my car. We were going to strap him to the top. He was going to have a shotgun, and I was just going to drive.
And just as they
But
come
instead, I
towards
just
you,
ride shotgun.
Exactly. So he just sits up there. He starts picking them off, and now Chris has got his own deer. Chris, in a couple years, you could have as many as I do.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about
But this
that.
is your first one, right? Because you've tried to shoot a deer for a long time.
Yeah.
Long
Chris has been
time.
shooting
This is
animals
only my
for a long
second
time.
year.
Yeah, but many days in the woods waiting, anticipating.
Lots of
Trying to
frozen everything.
And so you kill it, and then you take it to a factory. Or
Yeah,
how do you take it?
All right, well,
What do you do with it?
Let's talk about money. How much did your deer license cost?
I think it's about $15 or something.
Okay,
$19. 19.
$15.
That's it.
And you can kill how many
19.
deer with it?
19 for the year, but you need to have a tag for each deer, which is 24 something.
Okay,
Wait, how
so
many
19,
deer can you have each year?
No, it costs $24
a deer that you kill.
for each
So you
tag.
get one
You get a
deer.
license, then you need a tag.
Oh, jeez. All right.
It's
so we're
a
like
racket,
I
Obi.
know.
Hey,
It's
it's
a
a costly
racket.
hobby.
What's the deal? Okay. All right. Fine. Now, once you got your ammo, now you've got your deer. How much did you pay to? And I love this process your deer.
Well, at
Talk
this
about that
particular
job.
place, it was about $80.
And they, what do you
Go ahead, Nikki.
what do you do with the outside?
Well, you have a couple check marks. You can say mount if you got a buck. You can mount the head. They'll
But,
preserve
like,
it.
you don't make, like, a
there's
coat
even a
out of
check
it.
mark. Oh, there's a check mark for hide if you want to save the hide. There's a check mark even for the feet.
Oh,
What do you do?
with
What do you do
the
with the feet?
Like people hanging from their mirror?
People use them as gun racks.
No. Oh,
Oh,
tacky.
yes.
That's
When I was a
tacky.
lot younger, there's a neighbor down the street that, he definitely had a loaded shotgun always in these deer hooves in his living room.
So you checked. You said, did you
amazing.
check the summer sausage meat or
Yeah, I got that one too.
Okay, so they do it all for you, and then they
Yes.
wrap it up nicely, and then you get what we end up having now, which
Absolutely.
is what Obi's going to eat.
Right. No, Nikki,
Yes.
don't you want some?
Dude, I won't eat deer. I won't
What?
eat deer.
I don't understand why not.
It doesn't make sense.
Why?
either. I
Why?
won't eat
Did you
deer.
like cow?
I don't want to eat cow, but I have
Okay.
to have something. So I'll eat that, but I won't eat deer.
Wait,
I
what
will
about
not.
that turkey sausage you does?
Yeah, I know.
The
She has a
pepperoni. Turkey?
you have turkey sausage stashed in your purse right now.
It's turkey. It's not deer.
Yeah, okay, what exactly
put it
is
at
it that
home.
makes the turkey
I
an
don't
animal that's
know.
worthy of slaying, and the deer it's like
Listen,
protect
when
it.
growing up, I didn't see
What does a
animated
turkey do?
cartoon. I didn't
It's
see an
stand-
animated cartoon about a turkey. I saw a deer.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the turkey is a lot healthier standing in its little bin, while I killed
I'm
the one
fully
that's
aware of that.
running up and down the hills.
No, you said
has
yours
so
had,
much aerobic
You said
activity.
yours had a broken leg. Yours is
No, it
lame.
had something, but it was still moving fine
Chris,
until
you
I
had
got it.
You had a sedentary deer, dude. You did. You know
Oh, no.
you did. All right. Well, okay. So let me a piece of this on me. You got deer summer sausage, which all right, Chris. No
This
offense,
is
but
this is spicy. It has cheese in it. See, that's what I'm talking about.
This is
good.
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't really like summer sausage all that much.
Looks like a big fat piece of bologna.
Yeah,
Well, it
I don't
tastes
like
pretty
bologna.
much like summer sausage, spicy.
Woo! It's got an odor. I mean, summer sausage normally does, but all right. Well,
It's
here.
probably better with crackers, too.
Oh, yeah, where's the crackers, Chris?
Everybody ate them at my party on Sunday.
No, take another bite in with the cheese. You should try the cheese.
I did get some cheese.
Did you get some cheese? What do you think of it?
Oh, gosh. Oh, come on.
What's that?
Well, see,
Come on.
I don't think. I'm glad I got this soda.
You don't like it?
Chris, listen, buddy. It's like, no.
Is it
Don't-
just a summer sausage thing that you don't like?
Yeah, dude, I had deer burgers like 2 years ago, and they were amazing.
Well, that's it. You just don't like this kind of processed meat.
Oh, man. You said sausage. I thought we were going to, like,
You thought you were going to fry it up and put
we're gonna
cheese
have
in it?
pancakes. Where are the pancakes? Where are the pancakes? You said
In the
sausage.
syrup?
Chris, I'm going to tell you the truth. He feels lied to. Okay, he thought this was going to be a whole big breakfast, and when you come into the riot, you got to come in with more than that. You got to have cheese and crackers, and you should go to the kitchen.
Oh, dude.
Want me to bring in the loins tomorrow?
No, don't say that. Don't. No,
Wait, excuse me. What are those?
I don't want to
Steaks.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I want some of those. Where do we get those at?
Thaw them out.
Ooh, dude. Yeah, I know. No offense. And listen, I don't want you to think I wasted this. You can just cut off from the piece that I ate. You can just go ahead and get that off of there, and it'll be completely fine. Wow, no offense, Chris, but that didn't taste good to me.
You know
at all.
what?
And you're telling me that the people at your party ate that like crazy?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I had to keep going out there every commercial and cut more.
You sure they weren't just hiding it?
Chris is off in his garage cutting off another piece on the deer. I gotta go cut off another piece.
I wish I had a garage.
No, you know what? I'll tell you what, dude. I will post some pictures of Chris's slaughterhouse that he has. So if anybody's hungry, you can go to Chris's and like that dude.
Depth fridge.
He could have a block party for a week and people would still be eating deer on that thing. It's pretty darn impressive.
There is a slight aroma in my freezer.
Is it the aroma of the forest?
No,
Someone
blood.
go sprays pine.
It's like
Then
man.
deers would come towards you more. They'd be like, oh, and
They're
you
like,
can kill them again.
I think I recognize that smell. Ew!
That's my mom!
What have you done?
The all-new Impossible Riot is your meat-free morning alternative. Keep those calories empty by donating now. Radio U's Fall Fundraiser, 877-2-RADIO-U, RadioU.com.
So I haven't seen it, but apparently there's a movie out called The Wrestler from Darren Aronofsky, and it stars Mickey Rourke as the wrestler, and it's about an 80s wrestler. In case you're not catching all of that, I don't know, whatever. And it's about his this, that, and the other, and what happens. Well, apparently Mickey Rourke was pretty skinny, so they had to get him looking like an 80s wrestler, and they had to get him from 192 pounds to 235 pounds.
Which I know you're thinking, oh, it's probably not hard to gain that much weight. Well, whenever you want to gain weight is when you probably can, and when you can't lose weight is when it just doesn't work.
And this is the reference that I was making earlier to people I hate.
Because
that's what he talks about. He's like, I just couldn't gain any weight. We were just trying, couldn't get any weight on, couldn't get any weight on.
Because he had to look ripped. It wasn't just like putting on fat.
No, but okay, listen. And this is the other thing. It ties into The Biggest Loser and all that kind of stuff. I was catching over the weekend this thing on The Biggest Loser, that show on NBC where they bring people to fat camp and it's like who can lose the most weight.
Yeah.
Well, they have these people on. They lose like 200-300 pounds, and then they caught up with them like 6 months later, a year later, and they've gained a ton of their weight back. Why? Because in the real world, no one works out for 8-9 hours a day. It doesn't happen. It's not realistic. You're killing yourself to get 45 minutes to an hour. And heck, dude, just to be straight, like when I was in college and I was really thin, do you know how much I worked out? 2.5 hours. I would go do aerobics. I would go lift.
Manly
and
aerobics,
then,
mind
listen,
you.
no, I did step aerobics. I would go lift, and then I would go run. And, like, I would just do that. Like, yay. Because it was a scene. Like, I had friends, the aerobics class, the ladies. Then I would go down to the gym and lift, and there'd be a bunch of people down there, and then you just kind of chill it all out with a nice run. And then when you stop all that, guess what happens?
You get
bee
stung by a
sting.
bee.
What
Start to blow
happened?
up. Well, it is hard too, because it makes people have an unrealistic expectation if they go on a diet like they think, like your example of The Biggest Loser. They think, oh, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in a week. When they do work out, I think it is 6 to 8 hours a day.
It's amazing, dude.
A straight workout, and they don't do anything else. They're on a television show. They don't have a job or any work like that.
I would love to get paid to do
and
that.
And their food is taking care of them for them. So, you film during that whole entire time. That's how you lose that much weight.
Then they drop you off, baby. They drop you off. So he, training to be the wrestler, check this out. He would get up and run 2 miles. Then he'd go home and go back to sleep for a while. Then he'd get up later and lift weights for about an hour and a half, eat lunch, take a break, do some cardio, and then, rest again, and then work out for a little while longer. And then he would do some wrestling practice. And then he did that for about 7 months. But he was just having a really hard time gaining weight because, he would keep eating lots of, what do you call them, protein shakes with peanut butter in them. Careful. Right there.
That was before the problem.
Then he would eat like steak and chicken and like on and on. He's like, man, I just can't gain any weight. It's like, dude, Mickey, come to my house because I'm going to tell you what, like, it's very easy to gain weight. Just come spend some time with me. What do you got to do? You don't have, that's the thing. You don't have to do anything.
Let's introduce you to fried chicken. All right, chicken fingers.
You do not have to do anything. It would be so easy for you to just come on by and we will help you just start packing it on. And then you can start, I found it so easy to gain weight on this new 10-step program that I was put on.
Hey, that could have been how you made your millions.
Dude, it could have. And they're like, what's the wrong kind of weight? Whatever. It's weight. You say you're trying to gain weight. You didn't say you just said you needed to gain weight.
Wait, okay?
I'm going to help
weight.
you, all right? This is something that I know how to do. It's something that I'm good at, and I will train you. And admittedly, I probably am gifted in this area, but you know what? That's what we're gifted for, to take our gift and help others.
And you might want to quit after a few weeks, but you know what? You got to press through. Just keep gaining.
Going,
keep gaining.
All right? You got to push past the plateau, and that's what I
Is there a plateau for gaining weight? There's a plateau for losing weight.
You'll plateau, but you got to keep at it.
One good buffet will get you right over that plateau.
You got to keep going, all right?
Oh,
sometimes you got to eat a bunch and then not so much the next day so your body thinks it's starving, and then you eat a bunch more so that way all of that food goes straight to being fat. That's what you want to do there. I'm a coach, all right? I can help you.
Gift.
Sure, Obadiah and Nikki work for Kit Kats and coffee, but we still have actual bills to pay. Support Radio U. Fall Fundraiser, 877-2-RADIO-U. RadioU.com.
Nikki and I have been very, very tired this morning. Very, very tired.
I know, it's a shock, right?
And just like the man going to the bank, he's like, oh, Lord, if we could just move to Florida. $176,000. Woo! I went in to I've drank all my coffee. It's gone. It's gone. It's empty. It's empty. Like, listen. Hello.
You gonna cry? Are you okay?
And I don't even know if I could stomach. Nick's like, brew coffee. I can't.
You don't want any more?
I'm coffee'd out. And so then I go to the refrigerator. I'm getting water, and I just decide to look in our fridge, and then I just spied in there, like just a little, like no, nothing huge, just a little something. Just a little something, Nick. It was a brand new, unopened 2-liter of Diet Coke. There it was. Just like a little bit.
And don't forget the good part about it.
Which was?
There's no name on it.
There's no name on it. No name on it. None. Zip. Zero. I mean, that is freebies of the highest degree. That is I'm serious. Like, I went in there and looked in the fridge, and then all of a sudden it was just like, what? Wait a minute. What? Did I just hit? Close it. There's something in there. Wait. What is it? Oh, my gosh. There is a 2-liter. Yay.
Are you going to open it?
Well, that's where we get into something difficult. Even though, Nikki, it's a smaller thing. Remember, you have to be faithful in small things before you're trusted with big things.
Is that why we don't have a fountain machine?
That's exactly right.
We can't be trusted with 2 liters.
And so that's what I'm thinking is, I mean, you and I right now are thinking like, oh, that's the answer to our prayers.
Yeah, but if we never ask, we could have been drinking this forever ago.
Yeah, well.
Like everyone just assumes it's someone else's. They don't want to be rude. And it just sits there.
Well, So you're saying it's like, I mean, it would be rude not to drink it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Because it could just legitimately be a free one.
Well,
and if we drink it all,
then there's no evidence.
One drink. Well, we didn't see a Diet Coke. You could even take the trash out and no one knows.
what I was thinking, we could blame it on the weekend people.
Yeah, be like,
some weekend DJ drank it all.
We are sending an email now.
That is sick. What is wrong with you? Can't respect other people's property? Oh, I mean, seriously, why would you? You know what? Why don't you just go ahead and pack up and go? You don't even have it. Don't worry. Just go.
Just go. We don't need you.
Well, I thought the other thing would be is we could look at it as a loan. We could go ahead and drink it, and then after the show, I could go and buy another 2-liter, and we could replace it. Nobody would need to know.
But there's no name on it.
I see, Nikki, that right there. That might be the heart of the law, but I want to talk about something deeper. I mean, you're talking about the letter. I want to get to the heart of it. I want everybody who had something to get what's coming to them. I just want to borrow it. I just want to borrow like a couple of cups out of your 2-liter.
How about we do this? We'll take a couple of cups. We'll add a little extra water, okay? And then we'll twist it back on. We'll shake it up, put it in there. No one will know.
That's a great idea, Nikki. That's a great idea. We'll just go ahead and do it that way. And then your way, pretty soon people are like, you know what? I had a little bit of Nikki's orange juice, but I spit in it. So it's...
Hey, I didn't say spit it back out. I said just fill it up with water. It's water anyway.
I just wanted to get the taste of it in my mouth, but I spit it back in there.
Nikki's here to cheer you on. Michael's here to keep track of the numbers. And Obadiah's just here. Radio U Fall Fundraiser. 877-2-RADIO-U. RadioU.com.
I'm looking for a cold remedy. But it's not a cold.
He's got the fever.
I tried the cowbell. It did nothing for me.
Now, you more have like a sinus infection
I do.
thing.
It's sinus infection, moving into some throat and chest action there. And I'm looking for, lots of people have been saying, you need Nasonex or whatever.
You don't do nose sprays, though.
No, because... All right, listen, Jen, I know you're out there and I know you're listening. Jen, every time I get a cold, she emails me and she's like, what you really need is some of, and I can't remember what it is. It's like Nafrin or I don't know. And I secretly think at home she has boxes of it. I think she's got a problem.
It does work well.
She's a pusher.
But it's hard. If you read the side effects or the warnings with it, they say it can be really addictive and it can worry you when you use it, but it's worth it. I started not too long ago and I like it.
I started and I like it so much I can't stop.
It's all the time.
It's wonderful. I love it.
No, if you have an addictive personality, maybe you shouldn't do that, but if you don't, you're good.
Hey, Nathan, what do you think, dude? What should I be doing?
I use black tea because black tea helps to reduce the life of the virus inside your system.
Dude, that's a good one.
But if you're seriously infected with something that needs to be treated, I would definitely recommend antibiotics.
Okay. Well, Nathan, that's a good one. He's sending me off to the doctor. Good man, Nathan. Thanks for calling. And I mean,
just wish you didn't have to go to the doctor for that.
I can go to the doctor. I'm not afraid to go, but at the same time, I'm just seeing what's everybody else's thing.
That and your insurance would probably appreciate it if you didn't go.
Yeah, my insurance is like, most people aren't high risk because of their sinus infections, but you are edging that way, sir. Hi, Bethany.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, so what's up?
Well, like I said, I definitely think that Mucinex plus D maximum strength is like the best you can get over the counter.
Is that the stuff with the commercial with the mucus that moves in?
Yeah. But it's not a nose spray. It's just a regular tab. And depending on how much you want to pay, like a box of like regular strength, I think is like $8 or $9, but the maximum strength like $25.
$25? Wow.
It'd be cheaper for me to just go to the doctor.
You have to like buy it behind the counter of the pharmacy.
Wow.
So,
okay.
It's good stuff, but like if you're like blowing out green and yellow and that kind of thing, you should definitely go to a doctor and get like a Z-Pack or, Avalox or something that's really good.
You're starting to use technical terms.
A Z-Pack.
What's a Z-Pack?
It's a pack of antibiotics.
Yeah, it's that little pack that comes with like 6 pills.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You take 2 pills the first day, and then you just go from there.
It's the common thing that the minute you walk in, they can see you a mile away and they're throwing it at you. It's like, here, this is what you need. Everyone needs it.
It's about the truth, man. My doctor's
if you really want like a hardcore antibiotic that's going to get rid of it, like in a snap, you definitely want to go with like Avalox. It's like one of the most high-powered antibiotics they've got.
Wait, stop. Wait,
I don't need him going that high power.
Do you work for a drug company, Bethany?
No, No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because the way you're throwing things, you're starting to throw
She's at
around
a
names.
hospital.
I'm getting a little nervous
No,
here.
it is true, though, because a lot of times, especially, I don't go to a doctor. I usually just go to the urgent care, like, next door to us.
Yeah.
And they tend to throw out just the generic, everyone gets it antibiotic, and sometimes it doesn't do enough. So it's good to know, like, write it down.
Okay.
And then that way you know.
Okay. Well, Bethany, thanks for calling.
Bye.
No problem.
So here's my thing is, like, before antibiotics, what did people do? Just get pneumonia and die? Is that what would have happened
Well,
to
yeah,
me?
they had shorter lifespans.
Well, I'm trying to, like, I'm just trying to see if my body can do it, like, fight it off.
No, I definitely say tea would be good for you.
All right. What about, black tea,
Black tea.
Diet Dr. Pepper?
Okay, no.
You think, like,
that doesn't.
They're both dark liquids?
No, they even say coffee can help with the congestion.
Well, I've been drinking coffee.
Yeah, but when it's like half creamer, it tends to
Okay, now that is not me, all right?
loses the potency.
There may be somebody else that I live with that makes a coffee milkshake every day, but that's not me. I just get like a little bit.
What if they put medicine in the creamer? Then we'd all take our medicine.
What if we could put medicine in a milkshake?
Ooh.
As much as I'm sure the Riot shouldn't be paid to eat food all day, I highly doubt they'll do it for free. Support great music, Riot taste tests, and the great American food industry. The Fall Fundraiser on Radio U. 877-2-RADIO-U. RadioU.com.
It is the Riot, 8772-RADIO-U.
You know you have sweet listeners when they're offering to bring you medicine, but really he can't accept.
Well, that was Jessica's a friend of mine.
I'm teasing.
But it is funny. She's like, hey, I got drugs at home. What do you
Just
want?
want something?
I'm running a pharmacy here. Discount. I'll take your card. It's fine. No
At
big
least
deal.
it's not someone else's prescription. That would be really awkward.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that. No. We're out on that one right there. I'm asking what you do when you've got a sinus excuse me. It's fine. Don't worry about it. A sinus infection or something of that nature. Daryl, what's up, man?
Hey, not a whole lot, Obie. How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, he's doing all right.
I really am. I'm fine.
Sounds like he's coughing up a lung or something.
No,
but hey,
it's not as bad as he was earlier this week. It's either I'm not going to say that. It's clearing. We'll say that.
Thanks. Thank you,
You're
Nikki.
welcome.
Thank you. So what do you think, Daryl?
hey, if you've got a series of these going on where your antibiotics don't seem to be hitting it, you really need to go after the cause and not just the symptoms. And usually they'll go in and do a nasal passage rotor-rooter job, for lack of a better term, to go up in something up in your sinus passages is, I think they call it impacted.
Okay.
And,
but what goes up the sinus passage? Is it like a vacuum thing or?
No.
Well,
It's a little
Suction
drill, for
thing?
lack of a better term.
Yeah. Well, I will say, Daryl, a friend of mine a couple years ago, he kept getting tons of sinus infections. And I was like, dude, you're fine, whatever. And so he went and he had some kind of a surgery where they did an x-ray of his sinuses. And they said that his sinuses were like formed in such a way that they were just catching bacteria. And
you might look into that. Well, you've only had it though this year, so
It's
maybe
just this 1 year.
Maybe like if the next year's, I don't know. I had the flu test once where they put the thing up your nose to see. That flipped me out. Like I couldn't do it. I can't imagine doing anything else.
well, my thought is, they're definitely going to have to put me out for that one.
They do. Trust me, they knock you clean out.
They're
So,
like, no. Normally
they
they're
do
like, you don't have to, but Obie will be requiring some extra.
Oh no, they have to. They do. They'll do an MRI first, take a look up in there, and see. Is there a blockage or something up there that's right?
Then you can come back with a new nose. Like how everyone does that. They get a nose job while they're there.
I'm sorry, my dear. I'll miss your new nose, but I will give them the code no matter what. All right, Daryl, thanks for calling
Bye.
in.
That's an idea, though.
It is an idea. It's an idea. I'm not here to evaluate it. I'm just, there it is. Josh, what do you think, man?
Well, my buddy's wife swears by this thing called a neti pot.
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah, I tried it and I thought I was drowning, so I couldn't do it.
Well, we've watched, somebody randomly sent us one, and we
each got one. Thank you for the gift.
One, which is funny. And we watched video online of these people doing this, and it looks insane. It looks insane. You tilt your head all the way to the side and pour water up your nose.
That's where water's not supposed to go.
Now, Josh, so you were not able to actually make the neti pot work at all?
No, I got like maybe a third of the water in there, and I just started gagging and coughing, and I thought I was going to drown, and I just dropped it and said never again.
Yeah, you panic.
Yeah.
Even though
My buddy's wife uses them all the time, and she swears by them. They're amazing, and that's all she uses.
Now, I've done the salt water. You put it in a hot cup of water, and then you stick your nose in the cup, and then you suck it up, and then you spit it right back, like you shoot it right back out. I've done that more than the neti pot.
I think that's basically what a neti pot
it
simulates.
This, it goes right back out. Your reflexes go, no, we don't do that.
Yeah.
And it just comes right back quicker. So it'll just clean you out, but you're not like a fountain. Mm-hmm. You're not doing the whole stream of water.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Josh, thanks for the suggestion, dude. I'm also getting lots of emails. Let's see. We've got, random person texting us, and they said that, wait for it. Still, it takes a while.
Oh, it's still loading. I thought it was that impressive.
They're recommending Umpka. You get it at Whole Foods.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is.
Mike says you should do a sinus flush like that.
Sinus flush?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, there's these warning words, though, when flush.
I'm getting a lot of recommendations for alcohol, too. Some of you guys are really enjoying those colds a little too much.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh, no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the RadioU network through the RadioU app or at riot.radiou.com.